right, yesterday we measured and drew some angles. Today we are going to join and separate angles. We're going to be able to determine the measure of an angle that is separated into two parts. Okay? Everybody should have a piece of paper in front of you, yes? I want you to take your protractor and I want you to draw me an angle that measures exactly 70 degrees. You will then label it angle A, B, C. This right here is your center point of your protractor. So you will need to draw a dot somewhere on your paper. So draw me a dot. All right, now that you have drawn and labeled your angle to be 70 degrees, so angle ABC should be 70 degrees. I need you to get out your scissors, and I want you to cut out the angle exactly how you have it. Now, are you probably going to end up cutting off your ABC? Most likely. Keep the angle here together. You may have to make this come out farther than what you drew it. Does that make sense? You may have to extend it out to cut it. Are you with me? So extend it all the way out to cut it out. You're going to have a gigantic angle. Guys, extend it before you start cutting. Because if you start cutting and it's not straight, is that going to work? Is this 70 degrees if it's supposed to be an acute angle? Guys, if you measured wrong, yours is not going to be an acute angle. Some of you need to pay close attention to which scale you are using. Alright, we have cut out our angle ABC at the vertex so that we have basically two different angles. Now, you're going to use the edge of your paper as one of those angles. Does that make sense? So when you have your arrow and your ray pointing this direction, this bottom of mine is going to be my other angle. Are you with me? And then when I use my second one, the top of my paper will be my other angle. Does everybody see what I'm looking at? Because it's asking you a couple questions here that you're going to have to measure them. So it says, what figures did you form when you cut this in half at the vertex? What do I have now? Instead of one angle, I have two. So we need to write that. We have formed two angles. Okay. Now, you're going to take your protractor, and you're going to grab one of your angles. Go grab one of yours, please. This is going to work. You just have to get it. You should have thought about that when you drew your angle. You had a whole big piece of paper. No, you didn't. Right here is your first angle. That is your second. It's going to have to work. We are not going to take time to cut another one out. Okay, so you're going to take one of them. It doesn't matter which side, all right? You're going to put your little circle or the center of your protractor still on that vertex. Do you still see your vertex dot? At least part of it? Okay, and then you're going to measure that angle. You're going to measure the angle that is either the side here or the one that goes here. So I'm going to lay mine on here and I'm going to measure this one. Okay, so measure your angle there, please. So you're measuring this. It is pretty sad that we have done this how many different times now? What are you going to be measuring? Put it on the vertex. You have to lay it on the thing like this. That's why you have the vertex. Put it right here on it, line it up, and then you are measuring this angle. So where does this angle come to? It's not coming to 40. You have to be very specific. Do you see all these little lines in here? So right here is where it is. So I'm going to come up here, and what am I looking at? Right. So when you have measured it, write that on your angle. Okay?
So are we supposed to measure like this?
No, Aiden, you're going to lay it like this, and you're going to measure this angle right here. Now look at what kind of, no it isn't, look what kind of angle you're discussing. Okay, so write that in there, please. Make sure you measured both of them and wrote them on your angles. And then it tells you to record those on D, please. So when I measured my two angles, I did mine pretty close to the center, so mine was 35 and 35. Now, if you happen to get like 35 and 36, that's okay. That's close enough. Okay? Does that make sense? So when you do this, your first part will be added to your second part to get, and you probably need to be using the degree symbol because we're discussing degrees, to get the whole thing that you started with. What'd you start with? 70 degrees. So what should yours be ending with? 70 degrees, or at least getting close. If you have 71 or 72 or 69 or 68 on, that's probably okay. That's close. Okay? Some of you do not measure very closely on your protractor. You just round to the nearest one. Okay? You need to be as exact as you possibly can. Yes? Okay. This next part says to join the two angles. So you're going to put them back together. Okay? And it says to compare to the sum of the measure of its parts. So when you put your angles back together, what have you noticed, Maurice? They are still going to equal 70. So your angle ABC is equal to the sum of the measure that you started with, right? So we're going to say the measure of angle ABC is equal to the sum, which is what you did up here, of the measure of its parts. So it's a lot like doing fractions, but now you're doing it with angles. Huh? Is equal to the sum. Some of you need to listen instead of copy. Measure angle ABC is equal to the sum of the measure of its parts. So you have that. We're going to go ahead and flip. We have a couple more questions to answer about this. Will you pick your things up off the floor, please? Because I did not put them there, so I'm not going to be picking them up. I can't see them if they're on the floor. Go pick them up so we can find out what we did to measure them wrong. Because there's no reason you couldn't have measured them. Just because they're small does not mean we can't measure them. It looks like we were using the wrong side. So put it up here and let's see what you did. Okay, this next question asks you, what if you cut your angle ABC into two different angles? Meaning you cut it in a different, not place, because you still have to cut it through the vertex, but maybe you cut it a little differently. What can you conclude about the sum of your measures then of those two angles? If you just cut it a little differently, Aiden?
They would probably be the same degree on both sides.
Okay, but they would still what?
They would still equal 70.
Okay, so no matter how you cut your angles, your two sides would still equal what? 70 degrees. So we're going to say something similar to what we had on the other side. The sum of the measures of the two angles would be 70 degrees because the size of the angle didn't change. And like Aiden said, the two sides, when you measure them, would be different. But when you add them together, they would still be the same because your angle, we didn't change it from 70 at all, did we? No, it's still 70. So the sum of the measures of the two angles would be 70 degrees. That looks like it says 700 because of my F, so pay attention to that, please. Because the size of the angle didn't change. The two sides changed, right? But the entire size of the whole thing did not change. All right, this next one's going to take a little bit of work on your part. We are going to see how Seth cut his angle ABC into 3 different parts. Okay, you just cut into 2, right? So we're going to cut it into 3. We're actually just going to draw the lines to show it. We have to draw a model that shows 2 different ways he could have done this. So what's your first step going to be? We have to draw the angle. And since it didn't tell us, we're going to stick with that 70 degrees. Yes? Okay, so I want you to start on one of them over here so you have plenty of space. So start one of your angles around here. Measure 70 degrees. Now, some of you, if you want to go the other, I always go to the right because I'm right-handed. If you want to go to the left, go to the left. We will probably have to start over here and go to the left on this one just because of space. Does everybody understand that? It doesn't matter which way you draw your angle as long as you know which scale you're using to do that. So draw me a 70-degree angle. And I will attempt to use our lovely protractor up here. Hopefully it likes me better today than it did yesterday. Go ahead and draw those 70 degrees so we have them, and then we'll draw them and break them up. Okay, so go ahead and draw both of yours.
Are you playing or doing the other one then?
You're drawing both of the 70 degrees, so we have them both, and then we'll start doing the division, or dividing them up.
They look the same way.
Yeah. But you have to make sure that you have enough space to be able to see what you're doing with both of them. All right, now that you have two 70-degree angles, we are going to basically take your straight edge and draw 2 lines coming from the vertex from that, and it doesn't matter exactly where you go. You can pretty much go anywhere, but you need to make sure that you still line up your vertex, and you're going to, you don't have to line up your vertex, just line it up with the edge of your protractor. So let's say I want to make a line here, and mine are not going to be the straightest ever because I'm working with this silly pen. And then I'm turning it and making a bunch of a mess. And then I'm going to make another line. Does everybody see what I did? See what I have here? So you're going to draw me 2 different lines coming out of the vertex. Okay? Don't draw the second one yet. Just do the first one.
With your, no.
You have to use your protractor. You're not just going to use your pencil. Guys, everything